Hello friends, welcome to Daring Marana YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about centrifugal pump cavitation and their causes and indication. So we need to discuss about centrifugal pump cavitation. Centrifugal pump cavitation means on a centrifugal pump, the flow area at the eye of pump impeller is usually smaller than either the flow area of pump suction piping on the flow area than the impeller way. Okay, here means flow area at the eye of pump impeller is very small when compared to the suction piping on the flow area of the impeller way. Okay, so when the liquid being pumped enters the eye of pump, the decrease in flow area results in increase in flow velocity accompanied by decrease in pressure. So that when we supply the liquid to the eye of a pump, then there will be flow area will be very less. So there will be velocity will be high. So that high velocity can be obtained by decrease in pressure. The greater the pump flow rate, greater the pressure drop between the pump suction and eye of impeller will be taking place. So it means if the pump flow rate is greater, the greater pressure drop will be there and between suction pump and eye of the impeller. Okay. Here centrifugal pump cavitation we are discussing about centrifugal pump, some basics about means basic structural differences. Means due to the structure, the flow area at the eye of the pump impeller is very small when compared to the flow area of pump suction piping on the flow area through the impeller way. Okay, that means flow area at the eye of impeller is usually smaller than flow area of pump suction piping on the flow area. Okay, when the liquid being pumped enters this eye of pump impeller, then due to decrease in the flow area, here the flow velocity will increase due to decrease in pressure. Okay, so the greater the pump flow rate, greater pressure drop will also take place between the pump suction and the eye of the impeller. If the pressure drop is very large, or if the temperature is high enough, the pressure drop may be sufficient to cause liquid to flash to vapor when the local pressure falls below any saturation pressure for liquid being pumped. Okay, if the pressure is dropped by a large amount or temperature is high, then pressure drop may be sufficient to cause liquid to convert flash to vapor when the local pressure falls below saturation pressure for liquid being pumped. Any vapor bubble formed by pressure drop at the eye swept by impeller vanes by the flow of liquid. So any vapor bubbles they will form by the pressure drop at the eye swept by the impeller vane by the flow of liquid. When the bubble enters a region where local pressure is greater than saturation pressure, when a bubble enters a region where this local pressure is greater than saturation pressure, the vapor bubble it will abruptly collapse. This vapor bubble will abruptly collapse, and this process of formation of subsequent collapse of vapor bubble in a pump is known as cavitation. So this process of formation of subsequent collapse of vapor bubbles in a pump is known as cavitation. Means if the like I mentioned, if the pressure drop is large or temperature is high enough, then the pressure drop may be sufficient to cause liquid to flash to vapor when the local pressure fall to that saturation pressure for liquid being pumped. So any vapor bubble formed by pressure drop at the eye along the impeller vanes by the flow of liquid, when the bubble enter a region where the local pressure is greater than saturation pressure, then vapor bubble will abruptly collapse. So this process of formation of subsequent collapses of vapor bubbles in a pump is known as cavitation. So what are the causes of cavitations are drop in the pressure at suction nozzle due to low net positive suction head. So drop in pressure at the suction nozzle due to low net positive suction head, increase in temperature of the pumped liquid, increase in fluid velocity at pump suction, reduction of flow at pump suction, that is cloud filters. There will be cloud filter. Okay, what will be the cause of this cavitation or pump cavitation are drop in the pressure at suction nozzle due to low net positive suction head, increase in temperature of pumped liquid, increase in fluid velocity at pump suction, reduction of the flow at pump suction or clogged filters. And another are undesirable flow condition caused by obstruction or sharp elbow in suction piping. And because the undesirable flow conditions such as obstructions or sharp elbows in suction piping, then pump is not selected, does not select the correct pump, then running the pump too fast or having small diameter of suction pipe and too long for the suction distance from the suction pipe or too many 15s on the suction pipe. So this may be, or if the suction pipe diameter is small or the suction pipe distance is too much or there may be too many fittings of suction pipe, this may be also a reason for cavitation. Means undesirable flow conditions by obstructions or sharp elbow in the suction piping, pump is not selected properly or correctly, running the pump too fast, or we can say suction piping diameter is very small and too long of distance of suction piping or many fittings on suction piping. So indication of these cavitations are vibration, delivers less flow, noisy operation. So we can say there's a pump is centrifugal pump is, how indication of cavitation in the centrifugal pump are vibration, delivers less flow, then noisy operation. Okay, thank you.